Time to discuss the third volume of the relaunched CREEPSHOW comic book series. The first issue of the third volume of CREEPSHOW begins with a story called Letter Trip, in which a mom loses touch with her art-loving daughter for years until she learns that she's joined a cult. When the mom arrives to save her, she has mushrooms forced on her and she becomes a trippy, murderous force of nature. The second story is called CREEPSHOW, in which a reporter interviews a shady man at a pub about nearby strange goings-on, and the guy tells him a story about a creature that etches spells on the bones of dead men. After the creature disappears, though, it turns out that the man picked up where it left off, and the reporter is his newest canvas. The second issue begins with a story called The Last Sleepover, in which one Halloween, a group of kids gather at a friend's house to celebrate. When two of the kids show up late, however, they act strange, and it turns out that they've actually been turned into vampires and that it's time to feast. The second story is called Trigger Warning, in which a group of friends learn about a place where people disappear, and one dares another to stay there overnight. He does, and afterwards disappears. Another of the friends then goes the next night to try and find him, but also disappears. Finally, the third friend goes and has to face the real threat of the situation. The third issue begins with a story called The Murder Variant, in which a man gets his hands on a rare comic book, but at home, his wife criticizes him and ultimately puts food on the comic book, ruining it and sending the man off the deep end, stabbing her to death as a result. Later, once he's in jail, he learns that the blood-soaked comic is now worth a fortune. The second story is called True-ish Crime, in which two true crime lovers go on a search for a missing body and accidentally stumble not only to a bear's cave, but also a demon's prison. Unfortunately for the true crimers, the demon is very, very hungry, and their souls are the food. That's it for the first few issues of this volume, but we're going to have to split it into two parts, so come on back for the rest.